Hey y'all. Now listen, I had right here the word Cochran Firm and it was highlighted and everything. I put this in the edit field like it is now because when something is in the edit field, the writer can change things. And I wanted to make what I was saying more plain. And so when I put it in the edit field, I noticed the Cochran Firm that I had linked right here. It disappeared. And so I'm trying to put it back now. And Cochran Firm, the hackers have removed it from my list of choices. Let me show you. Hackers. I told you that I have four hackers. I think they're NSA agents. They have my screen up on their screen. Okay. Like they're doing remote you know how it is when you call in for help with whoever you have your uh, computer service by, and they can fix it remotely. Well, that's the same thing they have with my computer. My computer is actually on their screen right now, and so they saw I wanted Cochran Firm right here. I had it right here, but when I put it in the edit screen, it had disappeared. Now I'm going to show you that not only did it disappear, they moved it off of my choice of of see, let's do it. See, it doesn't say Cochran Firm. Let's go further. Oh, they put it back. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you, NSA. You can't hide these folks. You know, I don't have any idea why they go through all these changes to hide their frauds. The newspaper isn't going to print it if they go in court and boo boo in the middle of the floor. They do go in court and boo boo in the middle of the floor all the time with their lies, their frauds, their corruption, their racketeering. They do that. They go in court and boo boo right in front of the judge, and nothing's said about it. Nothing's done about it. They just call another black person to come clean it up. But the thing is, why do they go through all that cleanup when they just go boo boo on somebody else next? I mean, you could see somebody trying to clean up an error or even something wrong they did, a sin, trying to hide it if they were going to stop. These people that brought folks as a way of life. Now, this post that I wanted that on says, I was told that the Cochran Firm plans to appeal the U.S. District Court order saying it is not a law firm. That's in its case against former Cochran Firm partner Randy McMurray Esquire. It will argue that it is a single law firm, while McMurray says it has unclean hands and operates as separate law firms. I watch. Either way, I win. When we sued the frauds in Georgia, they disclaimed being one law firm. Now they will prove to California Appeals Court that they lied their butts off in Georgia. Whether or not it is one law firm, the Atlanta office of the Cochran Firm committed perjury and fraud in Georgia Superior Court and Federal Court, disclaiming the association between the Atlanta office and Memphis office of the Cochran Firm. CCGSS, which is the Atlanta office, is actually registered in Tennessee using the address of the Memphis office. Let me change that from is to is or was, because I don't know if it's still registered there or not. They may be cleaning up by themselves, but they can't beat the proof I have. Okay, a major lie they told the court. You see, CCGSS told the court that it was owned and operated in the state of Georgia. It's not registered anywhere in the state of Georgia at that time. Nowhere. And I was told recently it still isn't. It's only operated it's only registered in Tennessee, using the same address as the Memphis office of the Cochran Firm. That's a major lie. And Hezekiah Sistruck is now president of the Cochran Firm, which he said in his Georgia law office, which he said in Georgia courts, instead of which I'm going to say although he said in Georgia courts that his law office, CCGSS, has no association whatsoever with with the home office of the Cochran Firm. I cannot wait to see them prove in California that they committed perjury and fraud in Georgia. This is going to be good. I wonder who the Cochran Firm hoodooed on the California Supreme Court and the California Court of Appeals. In Georgia, it seems to be the Shub judges and others. The California courts actually ruled that black people who were parties to a class action lawsuit against their employer for racial discrimination could not sue the Cochran Firm for defrauding them when their lawyer switched their signature page from a confidentiality agreement to a settlement agreement. The Cochran Firm had settled their case for a small amount of money without telling them diddly squat. But no California court would hear the case, allegedly because of the confidentiality agreement that the defrauded clients had signed. I can picture the California judges with their hands over their ears saying, no, you can't tell us about that because you signed a confidentiality agreement. The lawyers don't have to honor their fiduciary duty to you, but you black people will not break the agreement that the crooked lawyers tricked you into signing just to get your signatures and then use them on a secret settlement agreement. Justice was denied. We should all watch the California Appeals Court and California Superior Court to see who will play judge in the appeals this time. Which judges worked with the Cochran Firm frauds against African Americans? That's the question. I wonder if it will be the same judges who helped the Cochran Firm defraud black people in Hadley versus the Cochran Firm. Don't you think badly of the judges now. The black men at the Cochran Firm are quite charismatic and use their sex appeal to sway people, I was told. I don't know whether they really use sex appeal or who do, but I do know that some judges go for whatever they're offering. Yes. So below is a Met News article about Hadley versus the Cochran Firm, featuring the California class of defrauded African Americans. I tell you, they are a trip, y'all. So it looks like they let me put my tag back. And I'm going to hit save. And there we got it. Okay, thank you very much. This is Marlon Brando. Says Brando and assistant. And look at that pretty little cat. That's the assistant. I tell you, I don't see how to turn off this screencastify. Here it is. Stop. Thank you, everybody. The Cochran Firm fraud. They're proving how much of a fraud they are, either way they go. If they lose the appeal, and prove that they're really one law firm, all the offices, then they prove how much of a fraud they were in Georgia. And if they don't prove it, then they prove what a fraud they are in California.